Week 7 SFL action continues this evening from the Motor City as the V8s play host to the Baltimore Vultures. Good evening, everybody. I am Mike Daggs, and alongside me in the booth is the man who can't wrangle the cat out of the booth, Gerald Smith. With us on stats tonight, Justin Reside and Stephen Hacker. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Gerald, are you even ready? How you doing today?
I don't know if I'm ready, man. I love nice kitties, and he's just so lovable.
He is a lovable kitty. So, Gerald, we got a great game tonight. These two teams, 25 seasons combined in the league. They've played a combined total of over 300 games, yet somehow they've only faced off 3 times total. I found that to be absolutely mind-blowing. Baltimore's won all 3 of those meetings in the past, but it's a whole new era here in the Simulation Football League, and Baltimore sitting at 3-2, Motor City sitting at 3-2. Baltimore on a 3-game win streak, Motor City losing 2 of their last 3. Anything can happen tonight. What do you think we're in store for?
Well, both these teams have actually had a different type of 3 past games. Baltimore has won their last 3 after starting 0-2, and Motor City started out 2-0 and actually has lost 2 of their last 3. So they're kind of going in a little bit opposite of directions there. But we're actually going to have a battle of offenses as well. Motor City has the number 7 ranked offense in the league, and Baltimore has the number 5 ranked offense in the league. But Baltimore does boast the number 1 rushing attack in the league.
A well-balanced rushing attack at that. You look at the season stats for Warren Murray and T-Roy Gaines, the halfback and fullback, darn near even in carries, even in yards, even in average. T-Roy, I'm sure, will tell you he's got 2 more touchdowns than Warren Murray. But there's only one way to find out what's going to happen tonight, and that's on the field, as Matt Wilson would tell us. Baltimore's going to start things off on offense this evening, wearing the all-whites and black helmets, looking sharp.
Stars for championships on those unis. It's got to be one of the most unique things.
They just got to rub it in.
Well, I don't have any. I've never made a championship game.
I don't even have a win this season yet, Gerald, so we'll see how that goes. Trips down to the bottom. One receiver up to the top. Jack Wigmore, the quarterback for Baltimore. He's under center to get things started this evening. Pitch out down to Warren Murray. Goes for only a gain of 2. Let's roll through the starting offense here for Baltimore. The quarterback, Jack Wigmore. The halfback, Warren Murray. Fullback is T-Roy Gaines. Wide receivers are Ivory Irvin, David Anderson, Daley Holder, and Mac Chima. Caesar Ackerman and Jackson Roberts are the tight ends. On the offensive line, Ray Arnold, Olivia Bleeker, Alden Bleeker, Jay Arnold, and Don Johnson. Offset eye in the backfield on second down. Pitch up to the top. T-Roy Gaines getting in on it. He'll get the first down and a little bit more as he stays in bounds all the way up to midfield. Good run by Gaines.
A little bit more. I think he got a nice chunk more. And it was an interesting setup by the defense there. They had 6 guys on the defensive line for Motor City with 2 linebackers sitting there. That's 8, if my math is correct. 8 stuffed in the box. And T-Roy Gaines was able to get some good blocks and able to break it out.
Starting defense for Motor City on the defensive line, Doug Howard, Dakota Butts, Nick Brummer, and Mike Blott. The linebackers, Matthew Halford, Rodney Panani. Get to the secondary after this Warren Murray run. He'll go for another 2-yard gain. Mark Kaufman, Terrence Pearson, and King Rashid are the corners. David Leathers, Nicholas Warner, and Kane Vasquez are the safeties.
Now we're going to see. I mean, it looks like Motor City is noticed what Baltimore's success is, right, with these 2 balanced running backs they got in the backfield for them. It looks like they're actually trying to gear up to stop it.
On second down, pass over the middle. That one's complete. Ivory Irvin getting in on the action, gets the first down, crosses midfield.
And this is like Jack Wigmore and why he was a former MVP. I know they won't show it here, but he rolls out to his left. Well, he actually rolls out to his right. And as he's rolling out there, he sees the defender kind of setting the edge and coming right at him. And he stops his rollout just a little bit short. And hurry up plants his foot and is able to hit Ivory Irvin while he was still open.
Three receiver set on first down. Ball goes back down to T-Roy Gaines. He's hit behind the line, breaks a tackle, gets back to the line. They'll spot him with a 1-yard gain, but that could have gone for a loss, Gerald. A nice recovery by Gaines.
Yeah, he was able to break that tackle in the backfield. And, fortunate enough for Motor City that they had Nicholas Warner from the safety back coming up and been able to hit him and knock him down for little to no gain.
Another second down and 9. Be a short gain this time by T-Roy. Third down and 6. In field goal range. On the edge of it, though. They can't afford to lose any yards here.
Yeah, and this is where Baltimore has I won't say they struggled, but this is where, the run game has been the strength during their 3-game win streak. So, we're going to have to see how they're going to do it. Are they going to have that, old school, Baltimore efficient passing game?
Wigmore rolls out, hit as he throws, and that one's incomplete. Tried to get that one down to Irvin. I'm actually kind of surprised Irvin didn't catch that one. Had an opportunity for it, but it looks like they'll have to settle for a field goal.
Yeah, and that's it right there. We've seen 2 pass plays by Baltimore on this opening drive, and both of them were rollouts. And maybe Motor City has seen something on film, right, that they might better rush guys off the edge to prevent them from rolling out, because that's where a lot of the success in the passing game has been for Baltimore.
Shark Tarkington on the field goal try. It's up and off the upright and no good. Gerald, you look shocked. I don't think we've seen that yet.
That, never happens. But apparently this is, I think, the 3rd time this season. And you know what's crazy? After, I think, doing a broadcast, I said, hey, these kickers in the SFL are so good, they just don't miss.
Yeah.
Since I've said that, I think it was later on
that
in
evening.
the slate of games.
Yeah.
2 kickers mixed field goals.
Yeah, it's the ultimate
And here's a
broadcaster's
third.
curse. You've literally cursed every kicker in the league.
I just leveled it off.
Shark Tarkington with his first miss on the season. He was 14 of 14 going into that kick, and it is no good. Motor City on offense now. Michael Brown, the quarterback. One of the teams with a 2-quarterback look, Ibrahim Krita and Michael Brown, are the 2 quarterbacks rotating in and out for Motor City. And the fullbacks, Bill Cherry and Christopher Dean. Wide receivers, Johan Sutherland, Shane Kaufman, Noe Terrazas, and Guy Clausen. The tight ends, Azami Mihata, Julian Gusters, and Phil Koss. Deep pass over the middle. That one is incomplete. Brown was trying to connect deep over the middle. 3rd down and 11 already.
Yeah, incomplete to Phil Koss. You typically don't see, the 2-time All-Star tight end drop passes like that. But, for these 2 quarterbacks of Motor City, Michael Brown is the more efficient and kind of so far this season, the better quarterback of the 2, getting nearly 70% of his passes complete compared to Crieta's 45%.
The 84th pick in the draft. Can he convert this 3rd and long? Oh, a one-handed jumping catch. Azami Mihata. Hashtag throw it to the tight end. That's how you get it done. Gerald, we talk every week about how athletic these tight ends are in this league. You got to give me credit on that one.
Yeah, this one here, he jumps out, grabs it, and then he gets hit and then spun around. He did in midair like ballerina type trick.
Calling it early, Gerald. That's a nice hands catch brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only game with your player in a SFL 4K23. Show me a better catch than a jumping one-handed catch by a tight end that gets hit and spins, holds onto the ball, and gets the first down on a 3rd and long. You ain't going to do it. First down, going down to the ground. Christopher Dean gets the carry, gains 1. Starting defense for Baltimore on the defensive line. 5 defensive linemen: Joe Duncan, Al Walker, Ralph Leopold, Nate Brown, and Sir Ron Yates. The 4th at linebacker, Frank Smith, Keenan Samuels, and Alvin Mack. The secondary, Ben Stackenpaper, Enzo Bolt, Marvin Himes, and Elijah Warfield are the corners. At safety, Giovanni Bolt, Troy Loshaw. This time getting some nice yards and a first down. Christopher Dean on the carry.
Yeah, Christopher Dean got some good blocking right there on the edge, and and you'll see right here, once he got the blocking, he just turned up and hit the hole and just ran right there and just basically just took what the defense gave him there. And when your defenses, when your safeties and your deep defensive backs are making tackles, as an offense, if you're defending defenders or safeties that are making tackles, you're doing something pretty good.
Oh, a deep pass down the left sideline, and Phil Koss says, hey, listen, One tight end making a spectacular catch deserves another. Not quite as good as Mihata's, but that was an impressive catch as well.
Well, if you watch him, it looked like he kind of battled. They got in the hand-checking little area right here. Kind of got held up a little bit, and he's still able to turn back and still catch it with the defender, hitting him right in the ribs.
First down and goal. An impressive first drive by Motor City. 6 plays, 50 yards already. Taking a couple minutes off the clock. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers out to the right. They're going to hand this one off. Christopher Dean will gain a couple. Second down and goal. Nice stop by Giovanni Bolt.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, like in your first possession, especially at home against the defending champs who are on a 3-game win streak, and to kind of maybe turn your luck around, right? Just with Motor City winning losing 2 of their last 3. So here they are, man. They got themselves in a good position to potentially take the lead.
Dean carries it once again. Comes up short once again. Troy Loshaw on the tackle. 3rd down and goal.
And this is going to be interesting right here to see how Motor City utilizes these 3 tight ends that they have on the roster. All of them experienced, got 2+ years of experience in the league, so they're no, spring chickens. Let's see how they take it from the 3.
Dean carries, leaps, touchdown, Bank Michigan Stadium goes wild.
The 6'3", 240-pounder got some ups as he gets toward the line and says, hey, on my 2 previous attempts, I wasn't able to get in, and I'm going to prevent it as Troy Loshaw was diving at him to make the tackle. He was able to jump over that tackle into the end zone to put his team up by 6.
9-play, 57-yard drive, 3 minutes off the clock, and Motor City with the touchdown out in front in this one. They score first. Baltimore's won the 3 matchups that these teams have had. Gerald, the first one was a 3-point game, but otherwise it's been 2 scores or more. In fact, Baltimore decimated Motor City back in season 15, 34-7. And Motor City looking for a little bit of revenge. They're having a good season, a winning season at that, and they're looking to potentially take down the 5-time champions. I saw T. Roy Gaines earlier today posting pictures of his 5th championship ring. Very winning franchise they have there in Baltimore. First drive didn't go the way they wanted. 8 plays, 32 yards. They tried a 48-yard field goal off the right upright. See what they can do here on drive number 2.
Yeah, 5 rings, man, in such a short period of time. I think that's a bit greedy, man. They got to share the wealth. And T-Roy just flashing all that hardware along with the recent Hall of Fame induction makes me jealous.
A little bit. Warren Murray will get a gain of 9. Sets them up with a 2nd down and 1. If you are new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your player today by joining our Discord server at simulationfl.net. Click on the Join the Community button and begin your career, or just meet the stars of the SFL both on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved and win 5 rings and a Hall of Fame award. Speaking of, T. Roy Gaines. Oh, that's why he's in the Hall of Fame. Oh, that poor defender. I didn't see who it was.
Nicholas Warner. He just hit him right in the chest and just laid him back.
Here it comes. Oh no, it skipped
and I think that those other defenders right there were looking at T-Roy actually tried to truck someone as he was going out of bounds, so they just let him run himself out of bounds at that one. That was a massive hit.
First down and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Wigmore to Gaines. Gaines for 5 up the middle, gets to midfield, 2nd down.
Yeah, and this is where, Motor City was, look, they bend but didn't break last drive, and they was fortunate enough to have a Tarkington missed field goal, but if they want to slow down Baltimore, and because they actually realized what the success was of Baltimore with running and then with the rollout passes, at least so far of what we've seen so far. So if they can stop that, they can better slow them down and look. And that was a good open field tackle.
Yeah, Matthew Holford with that open field tackle. I thought Gaines was going to turn up the sideline and get some good yards there, but Halford had a different opinion. A 6'7", 297-pound inside linebacker. 5 seasons in the league, all of which have been here with Motor City.
297 and you move like that?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, wow. Play action. Wigmore rolls out to his right. Looking down the right sideline. Tipped and incomplete. Kane Vasquez in on the coverage and swats that one away. Another drive comes to a halt, Gerald.
Yep, and there we are again, right? It's the third pass, the third rollout pass, and it seems like Motor City actually has, it's seen something in film that they like and is able to keep coverage, because even with the play action, they were able to still stay home, get the receiver coverage, and actually force this punt.
Matty Coffins on to punt for Baltimore. Ball's going to fall down at about the 10-yard line and bounce out of bounds at the 4. Can't get it better than that.
Well, you ain't called Coffins for nothing. Talking about a coffin corner. Put him down at the 4, almost a 3.5 yard line there. Very, very good punt.
That is where Motor City will come back out on offense. Michael Brown back in at quarterback. First down and 10 from their own 4-yard line. Ball goes to Bill Cherry. He'll gain 5, second down, and long field ahead, Gerald.
Yeah, if they have such an efficient drive like they had the last drive, I don't think they have a whole lot to worry about, especially them, the way they played that, it seems like they're coming out this drive, even though they were pinned back at their own 4, they come out with some confidence, right? Especially where the defense is playing. They know they can get stops and actually let the offense just maybe have a time-consuming drive, put some points on the board.
Carry by, I was going to say carry by Cherry. It's too bad it wasn't, because that would have rhymed and sounded fun. But Christopher Dean carried that one. Gain of 2, sets him up with a 3rd and 3. You definitely don't want to go 3 and out this far in your own territory.
No, because then you're punting in a weird area. But at least on 3rd down right here, they actually have, an under center, right? Their most efficient quarterback so far this season.
Oh, they're going to run it, and it works. Dean gets the first down. All running plays so far on this drive.
Yeah, why not? Just a delayed handoff right there, right? Let the defenders kind of move upfield and kind of over pursue and just hand off the running back in the hole that was right up the middle. It almost seemed it was a little bit too easy, even though he got about the minimal yards they needed, but that's all they needed to reset the downs.
Pump fake, has time, throws over the middle, gets another completion out to Koss.
I'm not sure what the defensive lineman was looking at.
Yeah, he was just standing right there with his back turned.
It was like he was there and he started
he was behind you, my man, right there.
Yeah, it was such strange. But hey, credit to the offense. Phil Koss able to come away with another good catch right there, and now they're definitely out of the shadow of their own goalpost now.
Oh, absolutely. Fresh set of downs up at their own 33-yard line. It's a whole new drive. Another nice run by Dean as he'll gain 8 up the left-hand side as the final moments of the first quarter tick away. For all the league highlights, photo galleries, major and minor league stats, and leaderboards, community content, and so much more, check out the league's website at simulationfl.net, presented by Football Shift. Stay up to date and explore our past, present, and future.
Guy Clausen got his TV time for a little bit of a block, right? Away from the play. I don't even know how relevant it was, but got that TV time.
He got some airtime. That's all that matters. Oh, bottled up at the line. Christopher Dean can't get anything on that one. 3rd down and 2. Coming up on the other side of this brief pause in action. 1 quarter in, 3 to go. Motor City out in front, 7-0. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. We are live from Bank Michigan Stadium here in Detroit, Michigan for some Friday night football, Gerald, the first Friday night football of the season, and I'm glad that we could help kick this first block of action off. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith. Stephen Hacker, Justin reside with us on Stats. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios. He is our producer. with a freshly installed power line. It's always good to get power upgrades at SFL headquarters. Christopher Dean, speaking of power, crosses midfield with another punishing run. First down in Baltimore territory.
I think Christopher Dean, he's not the fastest guy out there, but watch him navigate through here and follow his teammate all the way to the second level and pick up a just easy, like 10 yards on that play. Nice. He went probably more for 10, but it's like it's just was so smooth, shall I say, patient, and just followed his teammate.
Ibrahim Krita in at quarterback. Now hands this one off to Dean. It's always interesting to see when, they swap quarterbacks out. Like, you got to think, is there a reason? Like, was it just stamina, or are they planning on something? Is Krita going to do something different? Hands it off, and now Brown back in.
I'm still trying to figure it out myself, right? Because look, we play them next week in Motor City.
Oh yeah,
and we're trying to figure out what's the key to these two quarterbacks. Like,
yeah,
look, in what situations they bring them in and how they're doing them. I mean, they definitely got something going good. I mean, they're not 3-2 because they're pushovers.
Right. Dean gets another first down, 13 carries, 53 yards.
And it hasn't been flashy, but it's been really, really good.
Yeah. He's getting good chunks of yards so far, averaging 4 yards a carry, but it seems like more. Part of the reason the average, he's had a few runs that were like that get bottled up at the line. Alvin Mack says he's seen quite enough of this. No gain on the play, second down.
Alvin Mack got a old school LT look to him, all mean and menacing, kind of coming up after that tackle, right? So, hey, look, but that's what they want, 2nd and 10, right? They've been getting somewhere between 4-ish yards a play, kind of coming in this play, so they got him a little bit behind the chains starting out this one.
7-season vet Alvin Mack almost was able to swat that one down, but another completion to Phil Koss. Another one moves the chains. Look at that. Mack was right in the area, Gerald.
Yeah, I had to look to make sure Mack didn't pick it. It looked like he ran just as good of a route.
Almost got it.
As Phil Koss did. But he just threw it just in the right place for where only Phil Koss could get it, right out of reach of Alvin Mack.
The one-time All-Star Alvin Mack in the area couldn't quite get there. Giovanni Bolt cleaned it up. Phil Koss, another nice catch. He's got 3 on the day for 47 yards now. 3 wide receiver set from the 24-yard line. Ball handed off to Dean, and Dean's just leveled. Oh, that looked painful. Troy Loshaw with the hit.
Coming right in, Troy Loshaw was like, I'm tired of you running deep in my area. I'm going to get you at the line of scrimmage and bring you down. But they've been really, really mixing it up with the run and the pass, Motor City has. Keeping Baltimore's defense on their toes.
Dean, he's not done running. He doesn't care if Baltimore's tired of it or not. Loshaw with the tackle, but Dean with another Motor City first down.
And one of the things with a running back like Christopher Dean, right? He's not the fastest out there, but it just goes to showing how the tight ends and the wide receivers and the offensive line is blocking for him. They're holding their blocks, right? Even pushing them, some of the defensive linemen to, near into the second level of the defense and creating running lanes for Christopher Dean.
First down and 10. Brown throws end zone. That one is incomplete. Threw it into about quadruple coverage there, Gerald. That was a dangerous pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he saw there, but he decided to take a shot at the end zone. I just say, shoot, man, you can just keep giving it to Christopher Dean and Bill Cherry and see where he gets you.
Why not? Brown's only thrown 4 interceptions so far on this season. Krita only 1. Brown hands it off to Dean. They're using him heavily tonight. And they'll spot him the first down there, Gerald. I thought he came up a little bit short, but he got it. First down and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a review right here just to force that third down to potentially force a 3rd and short to try and get them in a situation. I guess they're not. I guess they're not even trying it because, that wasn't even close. He was about a yard short almost.
Meanwhile, in Charleston, the game of 1,000 field goals, or I guess 3. Atlanta 6, Charleston 3, midway through the second quarter. I formation on first down and goal. Bill Cherry gets it. Christopher Dean gets it and has a very short gain, second down and goal. About 6 minutes to go here in the second half.
And let's also just actually take note right here of this Motor City drive. This drive started at their own 4. Now they're at Baltimore's 1 with, it could be 2 more chances to get it in the end zone here.
Drive started in the first quarter as well. And leaping again, Christopher Dean dives in for his second touchdown of the day.
Yep, and vroom, vroom. I'm not sure if you saw that.
Oh, I did. I was trying to read their bellies. I'm like, what am I reading right now?
That's what Christopher Dean did. He said one good leap deserves another for another score. Put another 6 points on the board, and now they got, pending this extra point, they got a 2-score lead on the defending champs who have been on a roll the last 3 games.
So for the drive that started at their own 4-yard line, 17 plays, 98 yards. They're gonna spot him 2 more yards, Gerald. I don't know how that works, but started at his own 4. I'm gonna call it what it is. It was a 96-yard drive, but 17 play, 96-yard drive. Took about 6 minutes off the clock. That's more than half of a quarter. 14-0. Motor City in control. Baltimore, they got to get something going. They had an 8-play, 32-yard drive, ended with a missed field goal, and then a 6-play, 22-yard drive that ended in a punt.
Oh, and they fumble.
And then they fumble the ball, recovered by Baltimore. They'll get it at their own 19. Crisis averted.
Wow. Williams coming in the clutch right there on special teams, scooping that ball up after David Anderson put it on the turf after getting hit really, really hard. Wow. That could have been really bad. They could have been looking at being down roughly, I'm just guessing, at least 17 points had Motor City pick that up.
Four receiver set for Baltimore. They've only had 14 plays on offense on their 2 drives. That's less than Motor City's last drive alone. That gain goes for only 2. Second down and 8 as we approach the midway point of the second quarter.
Yeah, let's see if Baltimore can actually get some legs under them and keep some momentum going, and actually get some. After that second drive just wasn't impressive at all.
T-Roy gains 6 on the play. 3rd down and 2. Shout out to those of you in the chat. Teflon Ron Yates, the official Baltimore Vultures account. Drew Riley, Keenan Samuels, T-Pat. Did I say Drew Riley yet? Hey, he's there again. Drew Riley, Juan, Mississippi. Eddie Gage, Ashley Jackson. So many in the chat with us. They convert that 3rd down and 2. And they'll keep the drive alive, which is good, Gerald. They gotta turn this into some sort of points. They started with the football, so Detroit Motor City here is going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and it's actually been some time-consuming drives, especially Motor City. So Baltimore has to make the best of their possessions if Motor City is going to do something like a 17-yard play drive again.
Warren Murray will gain 5 up the right-hand side, 2nd down. You liking the game so far? Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year, and there's nobody else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of the SFL or SFLM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Pitch out to Gaines. Oh, blockers helping him spring it free and breaking through some tackles. Gets it up to about the 46-yard line and gets the Vultures a fresh set of downs.
And that's why T-Roy Gaines has a big fat ring in Hall of Fame. And Doug D. right there just kind of ran right through a guy, picked up the first down, knowing this team needs to keep moving the ball. And they're actually doing it here, right? They're right here approaching midfield. And they can keep this momentum going. I mean, they can actually change the look of this game just by going down and get themselves a touchdown.
Yeah, it's felt like all Motor City so far, but 1 touchdown, and we're back to a 1-point game. 1 point, a 1-score game.
It's been a long week.
One of them things,
I mean, Cam just getting new power lines.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to get.
I need new power lines.
We need,
from a aging body. It's not. It doesn't feel the same as it used to, Gerald. You know, you shift in a chair and it's like, oh, that joint popped in a way that I don't think it's supposed to. Anyway,
it's not supposed to pop.
Oh, Jack Wigmore still looking spry out there. Ivory Irvin looking spry as well. Gets the catch, gets the first down in Motor City territory.
Yeah, Jack Wigmore rolling out, 3-time All-Star. I do believe he's got an MVP to his name as well. And Baltimore can count on this guy to come in. I mean, he's won them, you know, quite a few championships right here with his left arm and doing damage right there. So hopefully he can actually lead the team into scoring range and pick up 7 here.
Outside of field goal range at this point, looking to get into it. Warren Murray gets right to the edge of field goal range with a 2nd down and 1, as he's showing you there. 1 yard to go for me, 1 yard.
And he was actually pointing to the one on his chest, so he knows what's up. Like, you know, he's like, it's just 1 yard left, and I just did the one right here. The same thing.
Yep.
1 more carry, 1 more yard, make it happen.
Let's go. 2:42 to go here in the second quarter. Offset eye in the backfield for Baltimore. 4 on the line for the V8s. Pitch out to Gaines. First down.
Ooh.
Breaks a tackle. Gets inside the red zone. Stays in bounds. Tackled at the 12-yard line. He's done that a few times tonight, Gerald, where it looks like he's about to go out of bounds. Next thing you know, he turns it back in.
Yeah, the big man almost does like a tiptoe act on the sideline and kind of fools like, oh, we're just going to give up on the play because he's going to run out. But he's like, nope, not to be. I'm going to keep it on going. Just when you think T-Roy Gaines don't have any more tricks up his sleeve, I mean, you figure, hey, look, he's got this many championships and a Hall of Fame. He can just hang it up. Guess not. Maybe him, too, is getting a little bit greedy.
It's wearing all 5 of them rings on his hands, man.
Well, he needs more for the other hand.
He's got more fingers yet. 6-yard pickup for Warren Murray as we have hit the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half of action. Been all Motor City so far. But Baltimore on a drive. 5 yards away from Pater. See if they can do it. They got 2 minutes and all 3 timeouts to move 5 yards, Gerald.
Yeah, and they can still get a first down if they get inside the 1 right here. And they can. I just think they have to score a touchdown here. Anything else is just not, especially the way Motor City. Oh, that's
T-Roy Gaines agrees. Gerald stiff arms the defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. Just like that, they're right back into it.
Yeah, and David Leathers didn't have a choice. Once T-Roy Gaines got the motor on, I just said, even before he got in, I'm like, it just seems like he just made it a little bit too easy. David Leathers really, especially in open field with a guy with the running back of T-Roy Gaines' caliber, he tried, valiant effort, but T-Roy just pushed him down like he was kind of nothing.
Nice block by Ivory Irvin there, too. I don't know if you caught that on the replay. Did a nice job blocking in the end zone, made sure that Gaines only had 1 defender to beat. Listen, if you only have 1 man to beat, T-Roy Gaines is going to shove him down. An 11-play, 83-yard drive capped off by a T-Roy Gaines Hall of Fame-style touchdown. 7-point game here in Motor City. But don't look now, Gerald. Motor City's about to get the ball back. They're up by 7. They have the potential, with all 3 timeouts, to move down the field, get another touchdown on the board, and then get the ball right back to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, as they call it, double dipping right there. If they can go down and get some. Oh, look at Guy Clausen.
Guy Clausen down the bottom, crossing the 40. He says, I don't need any timeouts. Gets all the way up to the 49-yard line. Guy Clausen's return gets them into Baltimore territory.
You know, and I was going to say, right, the way Motor City has done their drives, that they wouldn't have had enough time with under 2 minutes to get there. But when your returner, Guy Clausen, comes here, stiff arms a guy to the ground before the 30 and get your team, you know, right around midfield. You can do just about anything with all 3 timeouts. You can actually run in and put together, you know, I guess by running clock, a 4-6 minute drive to get down there and get you some kind of points, because you got yourself set up really, really nice with that return.
No doubt. The playbook's wide open. Like you said, they can do anything that they want to do. They can run, they can pass. Time is on their side as much as they want it. Michael Brown on the field at quarterback. Throws a nice lofty throw over the middle to Phil Koss. Gets his 1 millionth catch on the day and another Motor City first down.
Yep, and that's why you keep a guy like him on the roster for so long and you trust him and that's why you have tight ends on your team. I feel like the tight end is one of the only positions that can do a ton of the dirty work right in the middle.
We do it all. We're kind of like the Swiss Army knife for football players.
You can block.
Yeah.
You can catch.
Well, some of us can. I was never that good at it.
Some of us can. Dude, but you was rocking that stash, though, when you was in your playing days.
Absolutely.
Sexiest tight end on the planet.
Why, thank you. I'm blushing. Christopher Dean gets nothing. They'll have to burn their first timeout. Phil Koss, 7 seasons in the league, 2-time All-Star player, 6'5" tight end. I'm waiting for them to get Julian Gusters a little bit more involved, actually, Gerald. 6'7". Having a tight end of that sort of size out there can help you down in the red zone and even just right down the seam if you need him to. Noe Terrazas goes in motion up to the top. Oh, quick pass.
Oh, right to him.
To Terrazas. He gets the first down. Motor City will call timeout number 2.
I don't think you can have a quicker like snap and throw out of a shotgun than what that one was done. With Terrazas just went in motion, he just snapped right at him, gave him in there.
Stephen Hacker in the chat saying, get a room. We're literally in one.
It's got a door.
Yeah.
What constitutes as a room?
I'm not sure what the issue is. The broadcast booth is a room. Brown. Oh no! Throws the pick. And that'll turn things around. Ben Stacking Paper doing Ben Stacking Paper things. Gets a pick. He's got 40 now on his career, Gerald. Top 50 in the league all time. Ben Stacking Paper prevents the score and helps Baltimore out big time.
Yeah, and just when you think, I mean, with the amount of timeouts and the amount of time left, you'd think that they would have did a whole lot of Christopher Dean and Bill Cherry type things in there, but they just didn't because those guys were a pretty big bulk of the ball movement that they had on their previous 2 scoring drives.
Stacking Paper's first pick on the season, 40th all time. Now Baltimore with the football and all 3 timeouts. They're going to start off with a T-Roy Gaines run, see what he can do to get him started. He gets a nice gain of 8. That'll be good enough to allow them to burn their first timeout, regroup, and prepare to try to get some points on the board before the half.
Yeah, and Baltimore's like, hey, look, man, we're going to go down. We're going to call our timeouts. We're still, just over a minute. And look at T-Roy Gaines. He's got 92 yards on the day. 61's after he just bowls somebody over.
I was just going to say, you see that stat, those 61 yards after he made first contact, shows the power that he has. And those Hall of Fame legs. Ivory Irvin breaking tackles, crossing midfield, steps out of bounds at the Motor City 46-yard line. Clock stops with 57 to go.
Yeah, I think if Ivory Irvin would have caught that kind of in stride, if he didn't have to slow up and kind of been down to catch it like he would, I think he would have actually had a lot more yards there, able to reach there, but it gave the defenders just enough time to actually close down on him because Motor City had quite a few people going after the quarterback on that play, and they didn't have too many defenders on the back end.
Jack Wigmore has only thrown 5 passes because completed 3 of them. As time continues to diminish, we'll see him throw more. Here comes pass attempt number 6. The first pass that did not go to Ivory Irvin is complete by Caesar Ackerman.
Caesar Ackerman showing that even the shorter tight ends can make plays too, Mike. You don't have to be a gigantic 6'7" man and be 280 pounds to make plays. Caesar Ackerman said, look, I'm a little on the short side, but I can make plays too and get my team on the edge of field goal range.
That's why he's got a number in the 40s. You got to be 6'4" or above to have an 80 number.
It's a prerequisite, right?
Yeah. 3 receiver look. Ackerman also out there. They'll go back down to Ivory Irvin. They'll burn another timeout. They're moving down the field, Gerald. They're going to be able to take a few shots at the end zone.
Yeah, and this is a thing, too, as well, right? They've been having a lot of success, right? When Baltimore, especially on this drive, when Baltimore doesn't roll out, it seems like that they're finding the guys open that they need to, right? Instead of moving the quarterback out, creating space for him as the blimp comes right across the field.
It's not distracting at all.
Nope.
Quick pass over the middle.
Not for Caesar Ackerman.
He's using the blimp as a distraction for his benefit. The defenders were blinded by the shadow. Oh, passing down into dangerous territory. Was trying to get it out to Mac Chima, Gerald, but there was a lot of blue in the area. I don't know if I would have thrown that one.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get a quick throw. I think he saw something maybe that some of us didn't, try to fit in a little bitty hole in the area and just got batted down.
2nd down and 10, 36 seconds to go. From about the 10.5-yard line, another situation where they can get another first down before scoring, but they're going to go
Caesar Ackerman
over
again.
The middle. Ackerman gets it. He'll gain 9. 3rd down and 1.
I like that. I actually like that they're hurrying up here. They like the alignment.
Save the timeout. Wigmore, end zone, tipped, intercepted. Nicholas Warner gets the pick, and it just destroys Baltimore's beautiful drive.
Yeah, and Caesar Ackerman had a slant route coming right off in the back of the end zone. He had a step, and he was open, and Wigmore just chose the wrong guy to throw the ball to. If we threw it to Ackerman, I think we're talking about a tie ball game. But credit to Nicholas Warner to be able to step right in front of the pass where it was thrown, bat it up to himself, and to kill that drive.
Nicholas Warner gets his first pick on the season, and he says, Stacking Paper's got 40 picks? Interesting. I see your 40, and I raise you 7. 47 picks on his career. They'll just go back down to the ground, Gerald. I think they're content to just go ahead and take this 7-point lead into the half, and they'll get the ball back on the other side.
Yeah, instead of, because on these two drives like right before half, both of them threw picks here. So
yeah.
The best thing to do is keep it on the ground, take it to half.
That will bring us to halftime. Your score at the half, not what I thought it was going to be. 14-7 Motor City. Looked for sure like it was going to be 21-7, and then I thought, well, no, actually it's going to be 14-14, and instead, no more points in those last two drives, Gerald. Your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, when I saw that fumble on the kickoff, whenever Motor City went up by 14, I thought Motor City was going to pick it up, but fortunate enough for Baltimore, they were able to pick it up and then go down and score. So early on, like I said, like we said, it looked like it was all Motor City, but Baltimore was able to kind of rebound and kind of clean up some of their mistakes that they had on their first couple of drives and actually put something together for them. And both these teams had mistakes on their last drive at a half. So I think they're both happy going into the locker room with what they have, considering what it could have been.
Christopher Dean, the halftime player of the game thus far. Doing a good job for Motor City on the ground. Michael Brown, the quarterback for Motor City, 6 of 9, 93 yards. No touchdowns, 1 pick. On the other side of the field, 7 of 11 is Jack Wigmore for about 95 yards, no touchdowns, and a pick. Running game for Baltimore's got them over 100 yards on the ground. Motor City pretty close. Everything's been relatively even. Both of these teams have performed offensively and defensively about the same. Let's see what Motor City does as they start off the second half for us with a 1-score lead. They return this ball. A nice return up the right side. Trying to get through. Broke down through that tackle. Couple people to beat. Can he get there? He's going to get forced out of bounds. But the second nice return for Motor City, this time by Johan Sutherland, as he gets it all the way down to the Baltimore 37-yard line. So they haven't slowed down yet. They still got the pedal to the metal, as they say here in Motor City.
No, he actually broke a couple of tackles in Sutherland there, man. And then he kept going. And then, one of the last tackles he decided to break right here just gave the defenders enough time to just get in front of him and force him out of bounds. It's like, we don't want to try and tackle him. We just want to try and scare him and get him out of bounds.
Just come running up to him. Move it. Get out of there.
Look, bro, just get out of bounds.
Yeah.
Man. Give us a
step out. You're scaring us.
But here they are. This is the second return in a row they had. They had extremely good field position.
Let's see if they can capitalize off it this time. Last time they threw a pick. Going back down to Christopher Dean. He'll pick up 7 to get this second half started. I'm Mike Dykes. He's Gerald Smith, Stephen Hacker, and Justin reside with us on Stats. Justin, for the 3rd week in a row, I think he's stalking us.
Maybe we ought to contact some authorities, I guess.
The New Jersey State Police, they might be looking for him. Cameron Irvine back at SFL Studios on production. Dean gets the first down, gets more just outside the red zone, brought down at the 21-yard line, but not before moving the chains. First down.
I'm
Motor City.
I am ridiculously impressed by the blocking of Motor City right now. Right, because Christopher Dean, it's pretty apparent he isn't the fastest fullback, nor is he even close to being one of the fastest running backs. But the blocking by the Motor City offense to create him space and for him to be patient and navigate it and pick up positive yards.
Quick pass by Brown. Throws it to Dean this time. 3-yard gain on the play. Second down. Now inside the red zone as T-Pat looks on from his sideline.
I don't know if he was like trying to cover his mouth or he was yelling out at the defense, could you just stop that guy from running? Or is he just, talking to himself or talking to the guys in the booth? But, a Hall of Famer like that, I'm sure he's got some answers for this somewhere.
Short drop by Brown, throws over the middle, and a flag on the play. Get the call from the ref. Looks like some defensive pass interference. What did you see there, Gerald?
I think it was, in real time, it looked like it was bang, bang, but we're going to get a second slower look at it here. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they're calling his hand being on him. Look at him. He's kind of checking him right there off of his hip. Maybe that's what they saw. I don't know.
That one was weak. We've seen some pass interference calls so far this season that were obvious. It was like, oh, yeah, definitely he got there early or, totally blocked his path. And we've seen some that are the complete opposite, like that one where it's like, what are the refs looking at there? I think that one fell more into the latter category.
Yeah, I don't think his path was like altered by the defender in any way.
Dean look at breaking tackles. Finally, a host of Baltimore defenders gets there. Second down and goal from the 5.
Dean showed some strength right there. Wow, he had 2 guys tackle him. He still stiff-armed a guy. I don't think I've seen anyone do that yet this season. 2 guys on me. Here comes the third. Let me just stiff arm him to the ground.
6'3", 240-pound fullback Christopher Dean. Toting the rock for Motor City with authority. Brown puts a man in motion. Azami Mihata to the top. Hands the ball off to Dean. Can Dean get his 3rd touchdown? Not quite yet. Tackled at about the 2, 3rd down and goal.
So if Dean would have jumped,
like he did the first 2 times,
yeah, he would have got right in. Now it is 3rd down. Maybe he's going to pull the leap out of his bag of tricks right here. It's audible by the defense.
Dean doesn't leap, gets brought down and stopped. Keenan Samuels with the touchdown-saving tackle.
Look, and how many times have you seen this game, an open field tackle like that bring down Christopher Dean? I don't think we've seen that at all game. But Keenan Samuels comes in there and just hits him right at the line of scrimmage. Didn't even give Christopher Dean a chance to jump.
Dean had every touch on that drive and looked a little bit slower each time he carried the ball, ultimately almost allowing Keenan Samuels to make that open field tackle. Kayla Richards kicks the field goal up and through, his 5th on the season. Motor City with a 10-point lead. Now available free to download, you can play the SFL video game on the go on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, an emulator for 4K23 in the palm of your hand. Order your Retroid today at goretroid.com. Search SFL and download our mod at simulationfl.net/4K23. The Retroid is the official console of the SFL. Anderson returns it up to the 31-yard line. Baltimore will get their first crack at it on offense here in the second half. A up and down first half for them, Gerald. They missed a field goal on their opening drive, had to punt on their second drive, but then they were able to formulate an 11-play, 83-yard drive, capitalized on that drive with a 5-yard rushing touchdown. But on their ensuing drive through a pick, and this is their first possession since then, so we'll see what they're able to pull off here, starting at their own 31. Wigmore will hand it off to T-Roy Gaines.
My
Picking up where he left off. T-Roy Gaines with about 76 yards on 12 carries in the first half, Gerald, and gets another nice one there.
Somebody need to check that guy. He just got run over.
To the medical tent.
That was, look, I don't know if he was even all there when he got up. He was just trying to save face, like, let me just get up.
Gaines now over 100 on the day. Offset I formation for Baltimore. They'll go back down to Gaines. Oh, that's just mean.
He knocked the kid off his feet.
Yeah, his shoes are actually still sitting where he was standing.
It was David Leathers kind of came around the edge. David Leathers has every intent to bring that guy down, and he just ran into, I won't say ran into a wall. He didn't stop. He got thrown back.
Brutal. Warren Murray trying to help out. He'll gain 9 on the play. Second down and 1. Some of these spots I'm kind of questioning, Gerald. It looked to me like that was about a gain of 7, but the refs are like, nah, 9.
I'm not sure what they're looking at either. I'm kind of questioning it too, but
like that's not where he was brought down.
It's a long yard. It was,
I guess.
That's a whole yard further than where he went down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe that's who T-Pat was talking to, was the refs, saying, hey, I got a Benjamin with your name on it. You know?
When you win that many championships, you must be loaded.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, look, merch,
all that gold hardware.
Yeah, merch sales go through the roof.
Absolutely.
You've been the best in the league the last, 5 out of 6 seasons. Like, come on. They got me wanting to buy Baltimore merch.
Oh, heck yeah. It's a winning franchise. Murray takes the pitch, gains 3 up to the 40-yard line, second down and 7, already halfway through the third quarter of action.
Yeah, it's kind of going by. I mean, both these teams are kind of putting together lengthy drives. If they're not 3 and out, it ends up being a lengthy drive because they both rely on the run game to get them going, and that's and it's just inherently going to chew up clock.
About 150 combined yards now. Well,
oh, no.
Scratch that. T-Roy says 150. Try 160. 170 yards on the ground. Split between T-Roy and Warren. First down and 10 inside the red zone.
Yeah, what a run. Look, and this is why that they have the #1 rushing offense in the league right now. They run efficient. They get good blocks up front. T-Roy Gain. I mean, a lot of people don't, especially some of the newer people around the league, don't know that T-Roy was a pretty dominant halfback in his day.
Yeah.
And he just decided, hey, we're going to let some of these younger guys come in here and run halfback, but I can still be productive at the fullback. Just imagine you having a stud of a halfback turn fullback. You can give it to whoever you want.
Absolutely. That's what we've had in Mexico City for a while with Ray Bentley. Started out at halfback, was a premier halfback.
He was an MVP halfback.
Yep, dropped down to fullback, and then back up to the halfback role. Now the lead back in Mexico City. Second down and 4 for Baltimore. But, Gerald, they have to capitalize off of not only this possession, but any other possession that they get, because at this rate, both teams are only going to get another 2 possessions at most, the way that they're carrying themselves down the field. Third down and 1. Whew, a little slow to get up that time.
Yeah, if you think about in the first half as to what they had, prior to their 2 interceptions, I think what they both had 3 possessions maybe.
Yeah.
Each team had 3 possessions in the first half, and that's not a whole lot of chances for your offense to put points on the board.
It's really not. Third down and 1 for Baltimore. Field goal makes it a 1-score game, but they want to keep this one going, and T-Roy allows the drive to stay alive. Oh, I thought he was going down, Gerald, but he stayed on his feet. First down and goal.
I don't know. Put T-Roy in the Olympics with this hurdling effort right here, because he had to hurdle a couple of guys a couple of times right there to get himself through. I thought it was going to be a tackle for loss and would have been a Shark Tarkington field goal attempt, but credit to T-Roy just doing the hurdling act.
The Olympian, he will be known as for the rest of tonight's
There you go.
game. The Olympian gets the handoff. He's able to surge forward, gains about 3 yards, gets up to the 5. That's worth about a bronze medal. You only got about a third of the way there.
Dude, he's got so much gold. He needs some other kind of medal right now.
You need to differentiate.
I think at this rate, he's probably voluntarily just give me the silver. I got plenty of gold.
I'll take a copper coin. That's fine. Whatever. Oh, this is iron. That's cool. Stainless steel. Nice. T-Roy gains the Olympian into the end zone. Touchdown, Baltimore. And they cut the lead down to 4. Extra point makes it a field goal game.
And we're calling him the Olympian, and guess what he does for good measure to show off? He just hurdles himself right over the goal line. You'll see it right there.
Whoop.
And there he is. Give that man a hurdle. Let him get in the Olympics. No trials needed. Put him in.
Yeah, this is his Olympic tryout. He's got our vote. Unfortunately, the Olympic Committee doesn't care about our votes.
Maybe they will one day.
Someday they will.
When we get that pregame show like I'm requesting, we will have some sway with the Olympic Committee.
Yeah. I guess, is that your formal request to the commissioner? You want
Oh yeah. Every week I'm going to mention it.
You want a pregame? Like how long of a show are we thinking? Like 10 minutes?
I talk a lot. Maybe
you do.
Maybe
you do.
45.
Yeah, that'll give me a good 3 minutes of airtime.
That's what I'm saying. That's what it's about.
Kickoff down to the end zone this time. Shark Tarkington putting a little bit more power into that kick, maybe to prevent another Motor City return. We've seen a couple of very impressive returns. Guy Clausen getting it up past midfield, and Johan Sutherland.
I wouldn't want to kick it to them either.
No, I'd be done.
They had.
Yep, that'd be it for me. Be like, oh, it's gonna be touchbacks the rest of the way. So back down to the ground game we go. A fresh Bill Cherry coming off the bench and getting up to about the 39-yard line on the first carry. Nice gain of about 19. First down, Motor City.
Bill Cherry says, I'm going to take my third attempt, and I'm going to triple the amount that I got in my previous 2 attempts on this 1 attempt. Look, and just when Baltimore thinks, hey, let's just stop them in the return game because they had 2 great returns, they just hand it off to a running back that's only got his 3rd carry of the game and pretty much gets it close to where they felt like they may have been able to return it anyway.
2 receivers set for the V8s. Christopher Dean takes Troy Loshaw for a bit of a ride. 7-yard gain on the play, nets a 2nd down and 3.
And I'm still going to credit this offensive line because they're just it's a clinic on how to get your hat on a hat and just open up the running lanes for these running backs.
Bill McMillian and Phil McMillian, the tackles, with John Smith in at center, helping to open up these running lanes for the V8s. Bill Cherry in the classic fullback position right now, and Christopher Dean lining up at halfback. Gets the first down. Keeps the drive alive.
And when you got the rookie John Smith coming in at pick number 3, by the way, in this previous draft, leading the offensive line to be quite as good as they are, especially in this game. They have been extremely dominant. Frank Smith couldn't get him.
Nope. And because of that, Dean up top. Oh, he stays in bounds too. Doing his best impression of T-Roy Gaines. He's refusing to go out of bounds, gets all the way down to the 20-yard line. Oh, what a beautiful reception this time by Christopher Dean, a gain of about 30 yards through the air.
Yeah, and right there, he kind of shows his versatility right there. And it all started with the broken tackle from Frank Smith. Frank Smith couldn't bring him down. And look, and see how he just worked the sideline, hit a spin move, and didn't go out and still kept pushing forward for close to 10 more yards after.
Christopher Dean getting it done on the ground, 108 yards, and through the air, 33 yards. Total of not 108, like the graphic just said, but about 42 yards.
Math is hard.
Well, that's why I was relying on them to do it, and it didn't happen. So what can you do? Bill Cherry gains 3 on the play. We tick away the final moments here in quarter number 3.
And here we are, just ticking down. And just when Baltimore goes there and kind of gets themselves in a position to kind of, I mean, they've been closing the gap, some, and they're down to 3 points. And then here Motor City comes and just kind of like, yeah, well, we're just toying around.
Yeah, Dean just waltzes forward until he can set up a first down and goal like it's nothing.
Phil Cost. Look at Phil Cost driving back the linebacker and Keenan Samuels.
And
got him on his heels.
Nice block by Bill Cherry there as well. So first down and goal for Motor City as the first 3 quarters are now in the books. 10 minutes to go here from Motor City. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
The voice of the recently engaged Chris Curtis. Chris and Skippy now officially engaged to be married, Gerald.
This is the thing. That's a must-attend wedding by anybody who knows.
I invited
couple.
myself earlier today.
I need to invite myself.
That's how you get it done.
That's going to be by far the most entertaining wedding you're ever going to attend.
I would imagine. Christopher Dean breaking tackles, speaking entertaining, all the way down to the goal line. Second down and goal. Dean trying to get his 3rd touchdown rush on the day. Can't get it done there, but his legs are fresh. He's ready to go.
Yeah, the touchdown saving tackle by Joe Duncan right there as Christopher Dean fought through the tackles. Now let's see if the Baltimore defense can hold strong right here, maybe force a field goal attempt, but they got to stop him twice.
5 on the line for Baltimore. Mihata in motion down to the bottom. Dean takes the handoff and dives into the end zone all 3 times. Touchdown, Motor City.
And you know it's going to be a good run play whenever your center throws a monster block to start with, and then he's nearly at the back of the end zone when the running back gets in the end zone. So here it is, man. Here it is, just when you think, that Baltimore has something going on.
Yeah.
Motor City says, no, you don't. It's our house, and we're going to dictate the pace.
APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and find the perfect track for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. Very impressive drive by Motor City to extend their lead back out to 10. I'm Mike Daggs. He's Gerald Smith. Justin Reside. Steven Hacker on stats. Another kick deep into the end zone. Cameron Irvine, he's our producer. He's got a game update from Charleston. Cameron Irvine back at SFL headquarters.
Thank you, Mike. Atlanta's in Charleston tonight, and Bryant Dynasty is picked off by Sam Blotner. Believe it or not, that's the first interception by a DB this season for the Preds. Atlanta does have the ball back, though. 20-6, Charleston over Atlanta. Back to you guys in Detroit.
Thank you, Cam. A nice extending interception by Blotner. He had to reach up for that. Should be the catch of the game, man.
Yeah, man. I think it was a neck roll. I'm telling you, it gives you superpowers.
It doesn't give you superpowers.
It gives you superpowers.
It gives you aerodynamics and makes you cut through the wind like Swiss cheese.
Makes you something.
Like a knife through.
I feel like I'm going to go to work with a neck roll to be like, what you doing? I got superpowers now.
I can fix ice machines like you wouldn't believe.
Definitely.
Back down to the ground. T-Roy Gaines crosses the 30, gets up to about the 33-yard line. 8 minutes, 50 seconds to go. I want to say it's plenty of time, Gerald, but it doesn't feel like it's plenty of time.
I don't feel like it's plenty of time either. Now, they can go down and have themselves a 4-minute drive, right, and have about 4 minutes left on the clock. But what they're going to have to do is stop Motor City from chewing up the clock or even getting any points at all. And thus far, as they've gotten closer to Motor City's just tacked on another score.
Yeah, exactly. Wigmore throws over the middle. Whew. It just scares me when I see the ball flying through the air. PTSD from watching Aztecs game. Season Ackerman listen, I can say it. It is what it is. Ackerman gets the catch. gets the first down. Gerald, the average scoring drive so far in this one's been a little over 3 minutes. Some of them have gone over 5. 8 minutes to go. They do have time to get 2 scoring drives, but they're going to have to score on this one and get probably a quick 3 and out from Motor City. They've only been able to do that once this game so far. Another nice deep catch to Ackerman.
Yes, and it seems like Ackerman is the mismatch they've been looking for on the defense. He's been the popular target for success with Jack Wigmore. And I know Jack Wigmore is probably kicking himself on that drive they had before half by not hitting Ackerman and throwing to somebody else, because we could be looking at a different ball game here. But look, and they're making quick work of it. We're about a minute into this drive or so.
Yeah, minute and a half, yeah.
And they're already in field goal range.
T-Roy Gaines breaks the first tackle and carries the second defender for about 8 more yards. Gains 9 on the carry. Second down and 1. The run game's getting it done, Gerald. I just don't know if you got the time for it.
Look, and they're this close. I think they got plenty of time, but like I said, I think they have to stop Motor City, and they haven't been able to consistently do it, or even get the stops that they needed to potentially tie the game or even take the lead.
165 yards now for T-Roy Gaines. Scratch that. 170, 173. T-Roy Gaines. Listen, I hope they have a lot of ice here in Motor City. If not, you're going to have to whip something up for them, because there's going to be some ice baths in order after this game.
And I can provide them with the best possible ice machine that they may ever need. But King Rashid is another one. You can put him on the list of having to take an ice bath or something, because he just got rolled over. The season 20 All-Star and the Hall of Famer just putting shoulder to chest, and
it looks so darn painful. This is why I retired. This is a young man's game. Warren Murray gets back in on it. He'll gain 3 as we tick inside the 7-minute mark.
I wonder if Motor City, right? Look, and I know they're leading, and right now I think they have very little worries right now. We're up 2 scores.
Yeah.
With coming up to 6.5 minutes. I wonder if they see Murray get the ball and they're like, oh, thank God.
Which isn't the right way to think about it,
No.
but at the same time, the way that T-Roy's been running tonight, I think that's only fair. Second down and 7, Wigmore will throw, checks it down to the bottom, and this time T-Roy's not able to capitalize off of it. He'll actually lose a yard. Third down and 8, and Gerald, we've hit the 3-minute mark in this drive.
Yeah, and as they started getting closer, it seems like they just started to slow down. And I think this is a moment that you need to get the ball to Caesar Ackerman if he is open. He's been your most successful guy.
Or Ivory Irvin. End zone, in the end zone, and it is a touchdown for Baltimore. Gerald, we were both wrong. Mac and Cheese, getting his first catch of the ball game, and it's a big one. Cuts this back down to a 4-point game.
His third target of the game, maybe a third time's the charm. Get it to him. Wigmore rolled out to his right, threw back to his left, and hit Mac Chima in stride. And pinning the extra point, it gets them within 3. Now, once this PAT is put up, now, do we think Baltimore's defense can slow down Christopher Dean and the V8's offense?
They have to. That's all there is to it. They simply have to. Extra point is up and good. 24-21. And who can forget Baltimore's opening drive where they missed a field goal. Shark Tarkington with the rare miss, the doink off the right upright. Right now, that's the points that they're missing. So see what happens, Gerald. They, like you said, they've got to get. They don't need a turnover. They don't need magic. Well, they do need to stop Guy Clausen as he crosses midfield again. I don't think anyone's going to stop him, Gerald. Forget stopping the Motor City offense. You got to stop Guy Clausen's on special teams, and they can't do it. Touchdown, Motor City. That whole touchdown that was just scored by Baltimore for nothing. It's about to be a 10-point game again.
And if you think about their last 3 kicks, I think their kick return team has seen something on kickoff that they can exploit, because on that first one, they got near the 50. And then next one, they go down, they get there near the 30, and they get themselves a good turn. Guy Clausen says, let me have it next time. I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to take it to the end zone and we're going to put this to bed because they feel like they have.
I feel like they have too. I mean, we've been talking about these scoring drives and how long they're taking. Baltimore, they'll get the ball back, but they're going to be down by 10. Best case scenario for them, they're going to be down by 9 if they can do something here on this extra point. But well, let's just wait and see. Nope, down by 10. 31-21, Motor City out in front. They don't have time for 2 scoring drives the way they've been doing it. So now they got to change up their game plan. They got to score in a hurry. Even if it's just a field goal, they got to score in a hurry.
Yeah, like what I think at this point now. I mean, if you get down there pretty quick in field goal range, is it something you say, hey, look, if there's 3 minutes left, let's just kick the field goal and do it, or you try to go down there and go get a touchdown and then hope for an onside kick?
But looming in the back of their mind is probably going to be Shark Tarkington's miss earlier on. So I don't think they're going to kick it unless it's a guarantee. Plus, this direction, they're also kicking into the wind.
I would also do this. If I score points, I'm squibbing it. I'm doing nothing. I'm not kicking it down the field if I'm Baltimore, if I go down and score, because if I don't squib it, it seems like they have something figured out on the kick return team that can get themselves in a situation to put up points extremely quick without getting the offense even on the field for too long.
Well, let's see what they can do on this drive. 70 yards away from the end zone, first down and 10. Jack Wigmore, he's 11 of 15, 142 yards, a touchdown and a pick. He's going to start off with play action. Has time. Pressure was on its way, though. Nearly threw an interception. Was trying to get it back to Chima, but it was well defended. Pass broken up by David Leathers.
Yeah, David Leathers was right there to knock it down. I seen him say early on in the chat, he told everyone he can't tackle running backs, but he can darn sure knock a ball down.
He sure can. That's his specialty, if you will.
Well, yeah, it's covering wide receivers and picking balls off. And
tackling 240-pound fullbacks, not so much. Wigmore rolls out to the right, pressure right in his face, throws over the middle, gets it to Ivory Irvin, gets the first down. I'd be going in the hurry up.
I would be going in a hurry up here, too, just because of the pace of how the games had been going.
That's what I'm saying.
With the way the drive's been doing. But look, Wigmore has been having lots. Oh, look at that, right out of reach.
Matthew Halford
right there.
The 6'7" oak tree of a linebacker.
It makes you wonder how he missed that at all.
That's what I'm saying. Ivory Irvin was 74 yards. Wigmore slinging it more. 12 of 17, 159. And that one nearly intercepted. Tried to get that one out a little too quick, Gerald. Daley Holder gets his first target of the day. Can't haul that one in. Clock stops with 5:12.
Cain Vasquez, almost had it looked like he kind of pulled up and tried to scoop it about a yard too short. It almost could have turned disastrous right there for Baltimore.
Second down and 10 for the Vultures. I think if they do have a turnover of any sort at this point, game over for them. They're going to actually go back down to the ground. T-Roy leveling defenders. And, I've been applauding their run game all day. They've got over 200 yards on the ground between Murray and Gaines, but now's not the time.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I was going to as well. Now's not the time to be running. Look, if you're trying to keep them honest, but you got to move the ball. You got to be a bit quicker. Oh, this could be.
Pressure was on its way. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, there you go. That's one of those ones where I can say, yeah, that was PI.
Yeah, Leathers got there quickly.
He was tackling him before the ball was halfway there.
He was.
Yeah, he was listening to Bon Jovi on the sideline, I think, and he saw the ball halfway there and thought, "That's it, it's close enough." Not so much.
Yeah. God, if you'd have just turned around and put his hand, he could have picked that off.
David Anderson was the intended target. Fresh set of downs as Justin Reside is singing Bon Jovi now. Some clouds coming into the view. First down and 10 from the 39-yard line. Short drop by Wigmore and a quick pass up top. First down. No, not a first down. Oh,
what?
These spots. Well, I guess T-Pat stopped paying off the refs. Second down and inches. as he went past the first down marker, but was spotted behind the first down marker.
I don't. I'm
speechless. It's fine.
I'm at a loss for words here. I don't.
Which is a very rare thing for my fellow commentator. T-Roy Gaines will get the first down, but the clock continues to roll. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, and look, and they need to really have a formulated plan here. Like, I think it's got to go under 4 minutes right here, and they're going to start moving themselves a little bit quicker.
I hope so.
Because I don't like the pace at which they're trying to do this right now.
They look too comfortable for being down 2 scores. They haven't led at any point in this ball game. They haven't even been tied since it was 0-0. Ball is handed off to Warren Murray. Gets inside the red zone, gets tackled at about the 19-yard line. They do finally go into the hurry up.
I think it'll come out a pass here at some point. There it goes.
Yep, short drop, quick throw, double coverage, jumping one-handed catch by Irvin. Gerald's calling for the timeout. They're calling for the hurry up. I think it's too early for the timeout, Gerald. Keep your tease to yourself. Going back down to Irvin. Can he get in the end zone? He can. Touchdown, Baltimore.
I was just going to say that, hey, call a timeout because I wasn't too sure as to what kind of setup they had in that offensive formation.
A touchdown setup.
Yeah, shows what I know. That's why I'm 3-3 and they're 3-2. So,
Guy Clausen stretching his legs on the sideline though. So's Johan Sutherland. Getting ready for another monster return. I'd almost kick it out of bounds.
You squick it. You squiv it. yeah. I would rather kick it out of bounds and give it to him on the 40.
Yeah, just at least then it won't be in the end zone.
At least you got a chance to stop him.
I mean, my goodness. Shark Tarkington with the extra point. It's up. It is good. 31-28 Motor City out in front. Are they going to line up for an onside kick here?
I would kick it deep.
Okay, yeah, it looks like
I would squib it and let the up back grab it.
They will indeed kick it off deep.
All right, this is going to be entertaining.
From the 5, this one by Sutherland. Sutherland up to the 29-yard line, and a great job by Baltimore Special Teams. Another Saturday 6-pack of SFL action kicks off at 1 p.m. Eastern Time with the Tulsa Desperados back in action hosting unbeaten Alamo City. The evening block begins at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time in Raleigh, where the 3-2 Carolina Skyhawks host the 2-3 Jacksonville Kings. For the complete game schedule, visit our league website at simulationfl.net. So now it's on the Baltimore defense, Gerald. They've got to get a stop here.
Yep, and I do think it's going to be a drive that's going to be led right behind John Smith and the McMillans.
Yeah.
Just going forward, because I don't think Baltimore's really had any answer to stopping the run game of Motor City, especially the way the blocking has been by the Motor City offensive line.
Still 20 seconds on the play clock. I'd let this roll off a little bit more, because they're already back to the line of scrimmage. Killing a little bit of time, sending some people into motion. And now single digits on the play clock, handing this one back off to Dean. Dean's brought down. Sir Ron Yates, the 4th. That's a big man. 3rd down and 5.
Definitely. He doesn't miss any meals.
He does not. No, the buffet boy, as Matt would say if he was here. He was always so damn insulting to basically everybody.
I would
love him to death, but he was so mean.
I would say call the buffet boys, but hey, you can tell that man doesn't miss very many meals.
Yeah, he'd say how he shut down the Golden Corral. Oh, Ibrahim Krita on the field, and he'll get the first down with the spin.
And look, and I'm sitting there wondering, I'm looking at the spot, wondering what kind of crazy spot we're going to see, but they gave it to him. He did get his forward progress.
Sure did. On a 3rd down and 5, they put Ibrahim Krita back out there, and he'll run for the first on a I don't know if that was a designed quarterback draw, but that's what they ended up doing.
If I was Coach Drew Ridley and I looked at his completion percentage, I'd be like, yeah, man, just run. Drop back and run.
2 minutes to go here in this ball game. It's a 3-point game. Baltimore looking up at the scoreboard. They're down by 3. Motor City in possession of the football. You're watching the Simulation Football League, presented by APM Music on YouTube. 2 minutes to go here from Detroit, Michigan.
I can't believe they vacated the middle like that, the defensive line.
Christopher Dean can't believe it either. He runs through that middle. He'll gain a whole first down. They're going to have to burn their first time. Well, they're going to have to keep burning timeouts here, Gerald, but that hurts.
Yeah, because it got him a first down. I don't think anybody's going to look at it. It looked like he may have been inches short, but I think it benefits Baltimore to actually let them have the first down anyway, because if they run a play on second down, chances are they're going to pick it up, and you got to waste another timeout, and at that point, the game's over.
Yep. First down and 10 from midfield. Dean gets the handoff, gets hit at the line, brought down at the line. They'll spot him with a gain of 1. Baltimore burns their second timeout, second down and 9. And, because they got that first down on the last snap, Gerald, after they burn their final timeout, Motor City's got at least the opportunity, even if they don't get a first down, to keep the clock rolling and burn another 40 seconds off of it before Baltimore gets the ball back.
Yeah, and Baltimore, from our perspective, too, offensively, even if they get the ball back, I think it's going to be tough for them to move the ball down the field.
Absolutely. Dean hit behind the line this time, brought down by Frank Smith. And they'll burn their final timeout. And this is the opportunity we were just speaking of, Gerald. Motor City, even if they don't get the first down here, can burn a bunch of clock.
I wouldn't throw this ball at all.
Nope, never.
What I would
they're gonna though.
Yeah, but what I would have done was put Ibrahim Creator back in there and say just drop back and then just do a draw and get what you can. If you pick up the first down, hey, we win this game. If you don't, we'll just punt it away and count on our defense to make the stop.
Well, it's still Brown at quarterback, and he's looking, has time, throws. Can he get the first down and end it? He does! Johan Sutherland with the first down, and that's the game.
Elijah Warfield tried to pick it off, saw nothing but grass right in front of him, and he just missed a potential pick six, at minimum getting his team the ball back right there, and he missed it. Oh, man.
Gerald, they call it a game of inches, and that is why. That ball was inches away from the fingertips of Warfield. Even if he had batted that one down, his team would have had the opportunity to have all kinds of time left to get down in field goal range and at least tie it up. But instead, it goes into the hands of Sutherland. He gets the first down. That's going to be the game. A few kneel downs is all it'll take. Motor City seemed like they were in control all game. Ultimately, it's only a 3-point win. A great job by Baltimore to stay in it, but Motor City with a nice convincing win. Gerald, your final thoughts on the game as we take this final minute?
Yeah, after slipping up on 2 of the last 3 games that they had, they actually showed, hey, that they can come out and actually, produce a game plan to best one of the hottest teams in the league right now. And they were able to do it. And I don't think they even looked like panicked at all. Motor City, they said, hey, all right, hey, you scored. We're just going to go back and we're going to score as well. We're going to put some points on the board. And you're just going to have to match that. And it seemed like at every moment that Baltimore seemed to get some momentum back, Motor City had an instant answer for it. And they were able to do it. And you can just imagine what the Baltimore sideline is thinking. Like, man, every time we get closer, all of a sudden we get further away. We get closer, we get further away.
132 combined games played by these two franchises. This is only the 4th time these two teams have met, and the first time that Motor City has been able to pull off the victory. 31-28 is your final. That one wraps up tonight's game here from Motor City. Baltimore will fall on the season to 3-3. Motor City will improve to 4-2. Great game by both of these teams. Coming up next for Baltimore, they'll hit the road in Week 8. They head to D.C. to face off against the Dragons. Gerald, you mentioned it earlier. Motor City next week. They'll be down to Bayou, home of Louisiana, facing off against your Louisiana Revolution.
Yeah, cars don't work very well in the swamp. Just letting you know.
Coming up next tonight, got another pair of games. Portland heads to Vancouver. Tim Hackett, Jacob Clear on the call. That's at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Time. At 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Seattle will take on Las Vegas in Sin City. Tyler Falk and Stephen Hacker on the call. A whole slate of games tomorrow as well as we see the final stats in this one. Gerald, your player of the game, what do you think? Christopher Dean's got to be, right?
Well, I know everybody would give it to Christopher Dean, but I was impressed with the offensive line play of Motor City. I will give it to John Smith and the McMillans.
There you go.
For
3
blocking
players of the
for
game.
those guys. So here we go. Yeah, congratulations, guys. You guys controlled the line of scrimmage and got your team to win.
This has been a presentation of the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on YouTube. Final score 31-28 Motor City. For Gerald Smith, Justin Resides, Stephen Hacker, Cameron Irvine, and Matt Wilson, who will always be with me in spirit. I'm Mike Daggs. Thank you for joining us. Be kind to one another. Choose happy and have a good night.